The ATM, a place of dread for most college students, as with every visit, they see their balance progressively get lower and lower and lower. This, however, is not a problem for Ben Caden. That's because the resident of University Terrace was just given a quarter of ownership in his father Jeff Caden's new company, RCMS Holdings. RCMS Holdings executives met at an undisclosed steakhouse in Stanton to discuss Ben Caden's new role in the company. It is there that he signed the papers for 25% ownership. Experts estimate Caden is now worth roughly $15 million. His assets include lands throughout the country, several buildings, a number of laborers, and $100,000 in cash. RCMS Holdings is a company which functions under the entrepreneurial spirit of its owners and executives. It is speculated that they plan on purchasing large sections of flood-ridden New Orleans for redevelopment. Other business analysts see them getting their hands on forests in the Pacific Northwest for logging. I could tell early on interviewing this unconventional man would require the use of unconventional journalism.
Okay, this is my chair, okay?
I understand. Well, I'll just take this wooden one then. I'll sit right
In fact, not that chair either, okay? On the floor. Indian style.
When asked about the company's logging projects and their effect on the spotted owl's habitat, Mr. Caden gave Tech Tonight this response.
You know what I say, Brian? Business is business. And if a few birds die, I'm not going to lose any sleep over it.
Throughout this entire process, Mr. Caden, do you think that you stayed humble?
I am worth a lot of money. More money than you and you, okay? But I have stayed humble. Humble.
I asked the same question to roommate Brian Rodney. Has Ben stayed humble throughout this whole process?
Definitely not.
Tech Tonight cameras followed Ben Caden around all day to see if he was remaining humble. Our search led us to the scene of a hate crime at the local Food Lion. Here we caught up with witness Carolyn Murtis.
Well, he was just so incredibly rude. He took this bag of chips and complained that it was already broken, and he crushed them up some more and just threw them at a handicapped worker and said it was all his fault. It was horrible.
Carolyn, were you hurt and or disturbed by any of this that happened?
I don't like to see anyone try to blame someone, especially if they're handicapped and they had nothing at all to do with it.
On graduation day, when the students all go out in rows to receive their diplomas, most of them will be anxious about where they're going to start their first job. This won't be a concern for Ben Caden, though. His only worry is whether he'll be buying the Porsche or the BMW. For Tech Tonight, I'm Brian Damewood.